Hey guys, so today we're talking about Jeffree Star, who is a very old school topic. Like, I can't remember the last time I talked about Jeffree Star. Oh, actually, I talked about him when he did his Shane Dawson documentary recently. And that's because he said he was leaving YouTube. And obviously he's been big on TikTok right now. He basically blew up because Michaela Nogueira lied to everyone. And then she brought the cockroach out of its hiding. And Jeffree Star came out and just was like, yeah, I'm here and I'm gonna start reviewing in an unbiased and honest way, which like that was never really his thing. People like to coin him as this like honest and unbiased reviewer. He's only honest and unbiased when he likes you. He's so biased. I remember he reviewed a bunch of Jaclyn Hill stuff and he always gave her a positive review when her products are garbage, like the lipstick stuff and all of her other products, they're so lackluster, but because they're friends, he always gives her a positive review. He recently reviewed her jewelry line on his Instagram stories. He was promoting it, saying it's God's gift to earth, when really it's just stolen ideas from other jewelry brands that she's not crediting. So like, he's obviously not unbiased. And then he sees Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber's fan bases arguing, and he can see that the public perception right now is towards Selena Gomez. People are more towards Selena Gomez's side than Hailey Bieber. I feel like Hailey Bieber's supporters were the minority in that situation. So obviously the popular opinion would be to defend Selena Gomez, say Rare Beauty is so much better than Rhodes skincare. And that's what he did. How can you call yourself unbiased and honest when all of your opinions are based around what the popular opinion is with the public? Because realistically, if you were really honest and unbiased, there'd be at least one or two opinions that aren't popular, right? Like, my unpopular opinion was that I don't think Selena Gomez was the victim in that situation necessarily. I think they both just had really weird fans just arguing with each other, but I don't think Hailey Bieber did anything to Selena Gomez, at least in that situation. I don't think Selena Gomez did anything to Hailey. And that was my opinion, and I got dragged for it in my comment section. So that's my unpopular and unbiased and honest opinion. There it is, you know? Like, sometimes if you're honest and unbiased, or at least honest, if you're at least honest, sometimes you're gonna say something that people don't agree with. But right now, Jeffree Star's doing this thing where he sees what the popular opinion is and then latches onto that, because he got cancelled and lost a lot of his audience back in the day. So now he's just latching onto what the popular, you know, what the young kids or the Gen Z are saying. Is I'm just gonna go with this opinion and they're gonna like me. So I can't stand the whole like, well, at least he's honest. I don't think he's honest. And he reviewed this Rhodes skincare, but actually he threw it in the bin before he got the chance to review it. So how can you review a brand if you don't try the products? That makes you ultimately biased because you prefer Selena Gomez over Hailey Bieber because that's the popular opinion. And when you reviewed Rare Beauty, you actually tried it, so you were able to give it a rating. But when you bought Hailey Bieber stuff, you threw it in the bin. So how can you review it? You can't. Case closed. That's it. So he went on 2 podcasts recently. Actually, he went on 3, but one of them's not out yet. I have a hair on my nose. Hello, Phoebe. Are you here to spill the tea? Say you don't like Jeffree Star. I don't like Jeffree Star. Whoa. That's the honest opinion. That's the only opinion you need. He went on Chicks in the Office, and that was the first interview that was posted. The title was to do with him not liking Hailey Bieber, which in itself, I'm like, why are we still peddling this situation? Jeffree Star will jump into any situation he can where he can drag another woman. Like, anytime he can blame something on a woman or send hate towards a woman, he will do that. Like, he will take the opportunity. So he said that he dragged Hailey Bieber for Rhodes skincare after his review, where he didn't review it at all and instead used it as an opportunity to drag her and capitalize on the Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber drama, which is what I wrote. He talked about the beauty community falling off and that there are no big players right now except for maybe a handful on TikTok like Meredith, Michaela, a few other people. They brought up the Michaela Nogueira and Lashgate situation, and he said that there was a contract, so she wasn't allowed to speak out properly and say that she faked it because apparently she had a contract with L'Oreal. He keeps on saying it as if it's like a confirmed theory, like it's confirmed by Michaela, but she didn't confirm anything to him personally. So what he's going by is conspiracy theories on the internet, which like he's literally spreading borderline lies about Michaela because he's saying there was this contract between her and L'Oreal where she wasn't allowed to address it properly. But she didn't say that to him because on a different podcast, he said that she didn't say much to him behind the scenes and she wasn't allowed to, and her team told her to cut contact with him. And so he's going by what, like drama videos? Like, why are we spreading stuff that's not confirmed as if it is confirmed? Anyway, that was just my thing. He talks about how she has a whole team telling her how to respond and she has lawyers and yada, and that's why she responded the way she did and didn't really address it properly. And he once again claims unprompted that he's honest and unbiased, unlike Michaela Nogueira, which like, yeah, anyone's going to be more honest than Michaela Nogueira, who blatantly lied to our face. But his Road review wasn't unbiased to me. Like, it didn't seem unbiased. Unbiased is, I don't like this person, but I'll still try their makeup and review it on the merit of the makeup or the beauty. What he did is he said, I don't like Hailey Bieber, so I'm going to buy her skincare and throw it in the bin and call that a review. That's not unbiased. That's not honest. That is just like a little hate campaign that you've got going on. He said that he has an agent and is actually working on an autobiography, which I would actually love and hate to read. I mean, I would probably read it for you guys for the video so that you wouldn't have to buy your own copy, and I would review it because I bet he would try and spill some tea in there. He, unprompted, also mentioned that Hailey Bieber was the one that flagged his TikTok, the review of her skincare line, which I'm not surprised because he literally didn't review it and gave it a bad rating for no reason, which sounds borderline like defamation. Borderline. Like if you don't review something and give it a bad review, like you've never tried it. If I went to a restaurant as a reviewer and called myself an unbiased reviewer, and I went to a restaurant, ordered the food, threw it in the bin, and then went outside and said, oh my God, that was the worst food I've ever eaten. Huh? Like, how can you say that? And he reached out to TikTok and he got it resolved, which is why the video was put back up. And one of the interviewers actually uses Rhode and said she really likes it and it does really well for her skin. It's very minimalistic. It works well with makeup. And she sounded way more unbiased and honest than he did. And she's not even the unbiased and honest reviewer. That was so like funky. Like the way that he just sounded so stupid when he was talking about it. He sounded so dumb. He was like, oh yeah, I don't like Rhode Beauty, but like I've never tried it. I tried only the lip products. And she was like, oh, I actually tried it. I really like it. I like the cream for this and I like the... I was like, that sounds like an unbiased review to me. He gave Fenty a 10, a Rare Beauty 8 out of 5, which feels like he's just pandering to what the popular opinion is, even if he does like them. Like for example, I've tried Fenty products because they came to the UK ages ago and I really like Fenty products. I don't like all Fenty products though because I've tried things that were duds. So maybe I would give Fenty like an 8 out of 10 because a 10 out of 10 brand is a brand where I've tried everything and everything is a hit. So I would give Fenty like an 8. I've never tried Rare because it was very difficult to get in the UK. And even now, I'm pretty sure maybe I can get it online. So maybe I can try it now. But it was very difficult at first to get it. So I can't review it. But I mean, if I was Jeffree Star, I'd give it 2. Because if you don't try something, you can still review it apparently, you know? But anyway, so the fact that he knows that Fenty Rihanna is super loved and he knows that Selena Gomez is super loved, so he's going to give them a high rating and then give Rhode a very low rating, and that to him makes him feel like he's unbiased and like honest, but actually he's just pandering to what the popular opinion is. Because I think I would have believed him more if he said, oh yeah, Fenty's like an 8.5, Selena Gomez is Rare like an 8, and I'm going to give Rhode Beauty a 5 because I like the lip stuff but I don't like the packaging, yada yada. Like that would have been so much more unbiased and honest, but he can't do that because he's a mean bitch. And then he got onto the Tati versus James Charles versus Jeffree Star situation. And this is what really irks me about people that interview Jeffree Star, is they always refuse to bring up his SA allegations. He has criminal allegations against him about paying off people, touching people inappropriately, doing things with people that were way too drunk to do things. This was all written in Business Insider's Jeffree Star article. And everyone refuses to bring it up. They all blame things on James Charles and Tati, which, yeah, James Charles is, you know, also not a great guy and also has allegations against him. But the fact that all of these interviewers bring Jeffree Star on and then claim that he just got hate for no reason and he got dragged into the drama, when the drama is him allegedly being a criminal, allegedly. Why, as interviewers, are you not doing your research? And that's no tea, no shade to chicks in the office. I mean, kind of all tea or shade. Why are you not doing your research? And like, why are you bringing him? I just don't really get it. Anyway, like they refuse to bring up the SA allegations against Jeffree Star, but claim that they followed the whole drama. So they like followed all of Dramageddon, but like not enough to then find out about all the clips coming out about Jeffree Star. Like we saw stuff. We saw tweets of him sending revenge to a revenge website, talking to the CEO of that website, who actually went to jail for that website. Videos of Jeffree Star with an extremely drunk man doing crazy things, him touching people inappropriately, his racist remarks in the past. There was an allegation that he paid off someone, that he essayed, that he was there for the essay during the Dovey Vanity situation. Like, how are we not, as interviewers, doing the bare minimum of research? Shout out chicks in the office though. I hope you still like me or tolerate me if you know who I am or if you come across this. I'm just, you know, being honest in the sense that if you're going to interview someone, you got to really know everything, and this is baseline knowledge is this stuff. He also blamed Tati for ruining the beauty community in her last drama video, the one that she did about breaking her silence. And it's like, always blame the woman, you know, blame Tati for ruining the beauty community while he himself has SA allegations, James Charles has SA allegations, Shane Dawson made inappropriate comments about young children that were sexually charged, an extensive problematic racist past as well. But of course, the woman that brought it to everyone's attention is the problem, because she cut everyone's checks in half, like, or in quarter, or whatever, you know. Like, Jeffree Star hasn't sold out an eyeshadow palette since. Shane Dawson can't hit 10 million views. James Charles can't hit 1 million views on his videos. So, like, of course they're going to blame Tati for doing it, but she was well in her right to expose them. So whatever, you know, call me the bad guy. BFFs, he also went on. I actually stopped watching that podcast because they do like no research. Dave knows nothing, which, I mean, I get it, he's 47. He said that himself. He doesn't really care about these 20-year-old TikTokers, but there should be some kind of a research team to get stuff together. And they keep on inviting Jeffree Star over. This is his second interview with them. And they keep on saying that he got cancelled for like, oh, you know, PC stuff and like people just can't handle whatever. No, he got cancelled because he has extensive SA allegations, like crimes, criminal allegations. And the fact that no one is bringing this up, it's a much more financially well thought out decision to invite Jeffree Star on your podcast and get some extra views than it is to speak out against him. But why are you letting Jeffree Star sit there and talk about James Charles' SA allegations? Well, he's literally sitting next to you having his own that were written about in Business Insider. Like, it's not some like underground knowledge. Once again, the bare minimum of owning a podcast, doing some research, like a little bit of a type, you know, like you type in Jeffree Star problematic and you'll get some articles. And the main one is going to be that Business Insider one, which gives screenshots, it gives emails, it gives, you know, first-hand stories of people dealing with Jeffree Star. Like, watch any drama channel. We've all talked about it. Like, this is what really irks me. I had to stop watching BFF's podcast because the amount of times they just say something and then it turns out to be completely wrong because they just refuse to do research. They once again addressed Michaela Noguera and how it brought him back to TikTok. And he said, people accept liars for entertainment. Yeah, she's a liar and she did me a favor, so he could come back on the platform. So once again, he's saying that he capitalized on the downfall of someone else so that people would forget his downfall and he could sneak back in like the cockroach he is. Said that they spoke and she refused to try it live with him, the mascara, and that her team shut down the conversations, and since then she hasn't addressed him or like talked to him. He addressed the NFL player situation, that's boring. Once again mentioned the Road Beauty, him dragging it, boring. He addressed the Doomsday palette that they showed in the last series Shane Dawson did and how they won't do it because the internet sucked the fun out of it. I think it was your SA allegations that sucked the fun of the internet and the beauty community, but correct me if I'm wrong. Then they talk about how people hate him but really like his products, and he said, oh, that's such a humbling experience, you know, people hate me but they have to say that my products are good because they are. I'm not even going to comment on that. I've tried a few of his products and I don't think it justifies the racism and SA allegations, but go off. I guess BFF's podcast thinks otherwise. Then they did the word association game where they put up a picture of an influencer, a celebrity, and he has to just say the first word that comes to mind. He spends a minute before... They put up Hailey Bieber's picture and he spends a minute dragging her without like interruption, calling her boring.
That's it. Yawn.
She looks classy there.
She does.
I think she's pretty.
Zoom in on the face.
Uh-oh.
I got no zoom.
It's trying to zoom.
I know, I saw that.
It's giving like, I'm so bored. I can't believe I'm here. I want to die.
She does always look bored. You said that about her picture on her
Every
skincare.
face, it's just like, because we know we've all done photo shoots. You know, you've clicked 300 options. You know, unless you don't know how to move.
She needs to use her eyes.
Yeah,
eyes.
she needs to look more happy.
Maybe
I'm not
she's
gonna lie, I
sad.
kind of like this picture of her.
I think she just looks pretty.
Men liking miserable women, that's new.
And then it almost seemed like because both Josh and Dave really like Hailey, they kept on calling her pretty and saying, you know, they really like her and they respect her, she's so classy. He got really like angry about that. He sounded like a pick-me. He sounded like that pick-me girl on TikTok that's like, oh my god, I'm just so different. I'm not like other girls. Like that girl over there, she's so boring. I like to drink beers with the boys. Like he thought he was gonna like, I don't know. He was gonna get some kind of a reaction out of Josh and Dave. He thought they were gonna like clap for him for calling out a girl for being boring. No, Dave and Josh were like, yeah, no, she's really pretty and classy. She looks really classy in that picture. Cool. Next. Like he spent so long dragging Hailey Bieber. And for what? Do you have some kind of personal vendetta against her? I don't really get it. And it's not even me like overly defending Hailey, because if it was the other way around, if Selena wasn't the popular pick in that drama and he kept on dragging Selena, which we know that he would have done. Like if the drama was flipped and Selena Gomez had the minority vote and Hailey was the popular vote in that drama, he would have dragged Selena Gomez, said Rare Beauty was the worst thing he ever put on his face, and said that Rhode Skincare like fixed his skin and bought him a house and repaid his mortgage. He doesn't actually hate Hailey and like Selena and like Rare Beauty and hate Rhode Skincare. He just wants the popular opinion. Anyway, then they put up James Charles. He says prison and that he should be behind bars, which is like rich coming from Jeffree Star.
First thing that comes to mind is cell block 8 prison. This person should be behind bars. Yeah. Oof,
Free, what about you? You just meet her the other day or something?
Not her. Oh my
Damn,
god.
dude. Damn.
Zoom. I wish you could zoom in on the eyes. There's no soul in that body. It's so sociopathic and creepy.
Yeah, I met him. We talked about it on BFFs.
Demonic. When you hear about people selling their soul,
Oh, didn't the Illuminati come for you?
they tried. I think they got a few of my old friends because they don't look like there's anyone in there. I want to like knock on their heads, but it might shatter all the plastic.
That's
How old is
terrifying.
James Charles?
I think he's my age. I think he's like 23.
KVD, he drags her obviously because of their past situations, their past drama.
That photo.
That's very, very.
That is demonic,
nice
baby.
Hey.
Kat Von D.
Oh, a lot of pain and turmoil. That's what comes to mind.
I think she's trashed me before, actually.
Really?
Kat Von
Yeah, I don't
D?
remember over what.
She used to be so different. She changed her entire life and expected everyone to be vegan and go along with it.
Who is she?
My ex-best friend of 12 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Was she on the tattoo show?
Yeah, she had her own show, LA Inc. It was TLC's number one show in the early 2000s.
Who was she married? She was married to somebody famous as well, wasn't she?
She Oliver Peck from Ink. What the fuck's the show called? Ink Wars? Ink Master. Sorry,
Yeah,
so
Ink
many
Master.
tattoo shows.
I know.
And then she jaded Jesse James. Ooh.
Yeah, Jesse James, I
Lord.
think, is the one that I was remembering. Yeah.
Ooh. And then he cheated on her with 25 girls. We found out because I was her friend
Exactly
during all that.
25?
More like 28. I was trying to be nice.
How did you
goddammit.
guys find
I was
out?
gonna say that's a crazy, weird, like even number to pick. You know, like 25.
Yeah, I was trying to be.
Round
She
number.
hacked his email and it was nuts.
Oh, that's
It
sad.
was fucking
Oh, very
insane.
sad. Very sad.
Damn.
Bye, girl. She's in Indiana now and left LA. Thank God. I'm sure that a lot of
Kinda
people
like
say that
you.
about me.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Laura Lee gets put up. He says, rest in peace, girl.
Oh, y'all are really setting me up.
Who is this?
This was an old best friend in the beauty community, and we are no longer friends. Rest in peace, girl.
She
What
died?
happened?
No, she's still alive.
Oh.
She died.
I was gonna say,
Oh my God.
damn. that's-
Another backstabber.
can't
I
be
did a
friends
lot
with
for
a
this
dead
person, and they couldn't handle the heat of being my friend.
Does anybody, and people ask, does anybody who have a gripe about you and you're like, oh, this one's legit?
If you took a minute to look at all these people, they've never said anything bad about me, minus like Kat making up lies. I did so much for these people, and they couldn't hang. People don't know loyalty in the beauty world.
Are these people that like kind of faded away from you when you were getting canceled for different things?
They started to get a little like, oh, we don't know how to handle this. Might just be my friend. They didn't know how.
It's LA.
So good riddance.
And like, I think Laura Lee's actually had much more growth on the platform than Jeffree Star has had. Jeffree Star has had a much more racist past than Laura Lee. He's had a much more problematic past. He has essay allegations, like I said. Laura Lee had some very problematic tweets that she had and a very crap apology. But since then, I feel like she's really turned it around and people have really come to respect her and respect the growth that she has had on the platform. So for him to be like, rest in peace, like I'm so much better than you. Like at least she's not alleged criminal. So anyway, I'm just so pissed off at people interviewing Jeffree Star without doing an ounce of research and then constantly sucking up to him in the hopes of what, getting a Birkin bag. Like what are we hoping for? What are we putting our morals aside for? Do a tiny bit of research into who Jeffree Star is as a person, and then maybe do an objective interview where you can call him out. Because the only person I've ever seen call out Jeffree Star in an interview is Colossus Crazy on Keemstar's podcast that he has, where Keemstar and Banks were literally sniffing the farts coming out of Jeffree Star's bum. And Colossus Crazy, why can't I say that just slowly? Colossus Crazy was the only one that called out Jeffree Star's story not making sense, not adding up, not being truthful. And that was the only time I've ever like respected someone interviewing Jeffree Star, because I was like, yeah, finally someone's calling out Jeffree Star to his face about the stuff that he's saying, because he keeps on contradicting himself. But yeah, BFFs and Chicks in the Office, I guess they just wanted a good name in the title and the thumbnail, and ultimately they don't care about the story, which To each their own how people run their channels and their podcasts.
Are these people that like kind of faded away from you when you were getting canceled for different things?
But that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the bell icon for engagement, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.